Good morning, Velixo users. Today I'm answering a question from a Velixo community forum user that is looking to get total expenses for each sub-account. I have highlighted a section here that says that they do not want it by account, just a total of all the expenses. So let's do that using Velixo. I'm doing this from my Mac. If you're on Windows, it will be exactly the same. I have a workbook, it's already connected to Acumatica, and I've already added my financial period. So what we need to do first is list all our sub-accounts. If you have a static list, that's fine, but you can also use a Velixo function named Expand Subaccount Range, and then just type connection name. That will give you a list of all the sub-accounts right here in column A. That's what Excel calls a dynamic aware function. So it's a function that will actually return multiple values, and it will expand or shrink based on the number of sub-accounts that you have. So if you add anything new in Acumatica, the list would change. If you're not familiar with the list of functions, you can always use the insert function button. On Mac, it shows up on the right hand side of the screen. On Windows, it would be front and center. But using this, you can effectively browse through all the functions. Everything that starts with the word expand is list or list-based functions. Expand Subaccount Range, that's a function I use and I type. So you can use that as well if you're not fully familiar with the Velixo functions. Notice here that there's include inactive. If you leave it blank, it will include inactive accounts, sub-accounts, but if you don't want inactive ones, you can just put false here, and that will give you a list. Okay, so let's add the current total expenses here as of 12/2023 for each sub-account. So we have a function named account ending balance in Velixo. And this function expects the ledger name, so I can just hard code actual. And then there's multiple arguments. So I do have account and sub-account. I'm going to leave account blank for now. We're going to add something in a second to just look at expense account, because right now that would effectively include every account, and that means adding income to expenses, which is not really what we want here. So let's pick the sub-account here in column A. And then my financial period, I have it here in B5. So I am using fixed or locking the references so that it's always row 5. And if I copy paste, it just follows with the different columns. Okay, let's do that. Let's press enter and let's see what happens. So I do get a value error. When you have the value error, you can click status here. And in the Velixo panel, it will tell you, oh, it says at least one of the arguments is required, account or accountless. Okay, so anyway, it's not a big deal here because we do want to look at expense accounts only. And this is, I think, the piece that's important here. Accounts to look at. So my expense accounts, I will just take everything from account 50,000 to 99,999. So that's a from to account range. It's one of the ways you can group together multiple accounts in Velixo. So let's go here, account, B6. And that will give us a number, I think, in a few seconds. Here we go, 9,500. So I could just drag this formula down to have it for every sub-account that I have here. But what I really want to do here is make this completely dynamic. So I am going to put the pound or hash symbol next to my sub-account reference. And you can see as soon as I added that the area highlighted in red changed to include every single sub-account. So here we go. So we have 0 for pretty much everything. Let's look at an earlier financial year to see if we have something. That's a pretty old database that we use for demos. I'm not sure it has a lot. Yeah, okay, 2019 has a lot more info. So you can see that is looking at all the expenses by sub-account. Just remember that in Velixo you have the drill down function. Using drill down, you can click on any cell and see what's inside. So if you're wondering which accounts make up for that 12 million amount, you can drill down here. And drill down will show you a view of all the different accounts. So it's mostly COGS, inventory, and landed cost variance. And then from there, if you wanted to, you could click view transactions to get to Acumatica and see the full transaction list for the selected account, sub-account, and period. So we clicked on, I think, the first row, which should be 411133. Yeah, this is exactly what we have right here. So maybe one more technique that you might find helpful. In my case here, I do have a pretty small set of sub-accounts. You might have thousands. I've seen a customer with something like 300,000 sub-accounts in the past. The list might get long and you might not have activity for every single sub-account in the selected financial year. So instead of just using Expand Subaccount Range to get all the sub-accounts in your system, there's another function that is actually pretty cool and pretty powerful. It's accounts, sorry, I think it's accounts and sub-accounts with history. Let's try it. Actually, I'm not sure here. Yeah, this would actually give me a list of accounts and sub-accounts with history. Here, let's get to the help. I just realized doing this that, yeah, well, this is not what we are looking for in this case, because this would give me a list of accounts and sub-accounts, but actually, that's going to work, okay? Let me show you how you can do it. I'll just leave what we did aside for now and type accounts and sub-accounts with history right here, Acumatica actual ledger. And for the accounts, I want to get my expense account, so right here in B6. From period, we'll just use our code 01-2019, 12-2019 here, and press enter. So that will give us the accounts and the sub-accounts. But what I'm going to do is just take the second column and get unique value. So let's do choose calls. That's an Excel function. I want to get column 2. Okay, so now we have duplicate values. So what we want to do is get unique values of the result. So now we just have accounts, we just have sub-accounts with actual activity in the selected financial year. Let's move that back right here. Okay, and I could do from and to. Apologies for the barking dog. Okay, so that's my from period, to period right here. And here we go. So now if let's say you just wanted to get your COGS account, you could do that as well. And you'd still get a slightly different list whenever you change. So I hope that was useful. If you have any questions, feel free to respond to my message. Happy reporting with Velixo.